Hello dear friends, we are seeing English for special purposes module number 6A, and we have discussed about the characteristics of English for science and technology in my last video. We are going to see describing static and moving objects. Let us study the following set of words used for describing static and moving objects in or outside laboratories. There are few set of words given here. I would like to read out these words. You just listen. Consists of is/r connected to, is/r disconnected, is/r added to, is/r removed from, is immersed in, is mounted, is attached to, is fixed to, is covered, is detached from, is filled with, is supported, is held by, is hanged at. Which preposition will occur after the verb is essential and important to note. Please concentrate on that. Is fixed to, is filled with, is hanged at, is made of, is combined with, is passed through, is removed from, is boiled for, is placed in or on, is released from, is powered in. Usually we make following statements in the laboratory. Water consists of two elements, that is hydrogen and oxygen. This wire is connected to the transformer and resistance is connected in between so as to ... The concave lens is placed between the object and the observer. This lower part of the subject is supported by the thin string which is fixed to upper portion of the stand. The mixture is boiled for 15 minutes. The lower surface of the device is coated with copper so as to make it heat sensitive. There are many repetitions of such expressions because they are essential. Why they are essential? Because all these are passive constructions and these constructions are generally used in science laboratories. Why we use such passive construction? We should understand this also. Because here action is important and who did the action is unimportant, and that's why we are not going to focus on the person who did it. We are just going to focus on the action, and that's why passive construction is used in science faculty. So here ends the point first. Now the second point is describing experiments. There are certain processes that we follow in laboratory. Let us study some verbs which describe laboratory process. There are some words given in your textbook. If you go on page number 88, you will find out that some words are given here which we generally use in describing processes. Add, remove, measure, cool, heat, drive, drop, count, freeze, boil. Increase, pass, calculate, condense, warm. Decrease, squeeze, accumulate, circulate, evaporate. Raise, rotate, divide, convert, send. Open, stir, break, generate, move. Close, accelerate, cut, distill, carry. Expand, collide, form, apply, fix. Tilt, rub, wipe, dry, take. For laboratory instructions, imperative clauses are used. These clauses begin with a verb, action word basically. Verb means action word, followed by the object, the adverbial or the complement. Laboratory instructions are there, we have posted or hanged on the wall of a laboratory. There are instructions. If you go and see all these instructions, you will come to know that the beginning of such instructions are with the action word, that is verb, because you are just instruct to the students. The subject is not directly stated in the imperative clause. However, the assumed subject is you because orders, commands and instructions can be given only to the persons present at the time of speaking. The subject of all these orders are already considered as you, because the instructions and orders are given to generally the students, and that's why subject you is not there in that order or instructions. It is considered. Instructions are given by the teachers or laboratory instructors in a following manner. There are some instructions given by the teacher or the instructor of the laboratory. One is open your manuals. Here you is silent. It is already considered that you is there. Open your manual. This instruction starts with open word, which is an action. Go to page number 15, experiment number 4. Take 3 test tubes. Take is a verb, and that is action verb. Take 5 ml water in the first test tube. Immerse a litmus paper in it. Check the color of the litmus paper. Note the changes, if any. Now take 2 ml dilute HCl in the second test tube and repeat the litmus test. Note the changes, if any. So all these instructions are given by the teacher beginning with the word with action. In this way, instructions are given in the laboratory. However, sometimes students are required to explain what they did during the experiment. In that case, you have to make statements in the past tense. Sometimes students are required to explain what they did during the experiment. What exactly they did during the experiment, they have to explain there. And in that case, you have to use past tense. One may construct expressions like the following. One may say I took 3 test tubes, then I took 5 ml distilled water in the first test tube. I immersed a litmus paper in it. So here took is the past form of the verb. Here immersed is the past form of the verb, and you use generally simple past tense in such constructions. In the second test tube, I took 2 ml dilute HCl and conducted the litmus test. Conducted. In the instruction, we use conduct litmus test. And if you explain or if you give explanation, you have to use past tense. So conducted is a past form of the verb. Basic verb is conduct. Changed. Change is a base verb of action, and if you use changed, that is past form of the verb. So in the third test tube, I took 2 ml caustic soda and conducted the litmus test. I found. Find is a base verb. Found is a past form of the verb. Found also is the past participle of the verb. You have to use past form of the verb. You can use simple past tense here when you explain the experiment. So you should understand, first of all, while explaining the experiment, you should use past tense, simple past tense, and while instructing, you should begin with the verb of action. We will see in my next video, third point, concluding experiments. So this is the third point, and we will discuss afterwards. Thank you.